We have too much government assistance. There's too many projects that the government's going. They're throwing billions of dollars. It's incredibly inflationary and it hurts our economy, and that it's going to just build up more debt. But that's what our government has proven over and over and over again that they're willing to do.
A couple of the Van Dyke sites sold. So, I mean, I guess people are somehow finding ways. I don't know how the hell you'd find a way to make one of those sites work. And this is one that was like under construction, had all the contracts already in place, and they're planning on dumping all the contracts.
The creditors make deals and those type of things. When you go into receivership and you got a buyer who's willing to take over and finish the project, you cut a deal with that guy.
You cut a deal with that guy.
But then all the lenders, when the lenders are putting that deal together and they're looking at this going like, oh my God, how are we going to recuperate our money? What if X, Y, and Z happens? We literally could lose even more. So let's cut our losses. Let's find somebody who is going to be, we can sell it to. Let's provide them financing. Let's do everything we need to do to help them facilitate, get this deal done to make the numbers work for them. So at least we can get them as much money back as we can once they complete the project. It's much different when it's a piece of land. It's a piece of land. They're going to sit on that and say, you know what? We need to get our money back. This is the risk we took as a lender, and they're going to hang on until they can get the price that they need to.
What's crazy is people are buying them now, like not waiting for longer. I mean, they must be dying and bleeding. There was 10 sites. Why? I mean, they must have got it for such a steal, right? And then they sell all the contracts, and now you can sell it at, I mean, these are Van Dyke sites that are being built. So they must have been sold like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. It's buildings, right?
Yeah.
So, I imagine if you can reset the prices, and you could buy it for cheap enough, I guess they figured out a way to make it make sense. I would imagine that if you were pricing out a job right now for construction of a typical building, that prices would be going down as guys are freaking out about where they're going to put the guys next. Yeah. Right? Because even though there's all these cranes, I can't imagine anybody's got work lined up next.
No, right? The guys that I'm talking to, I'm trying to get information from some of the contractor guys that I'm talking to. The home guys are slow. Right. So guys doing renovations at home and stuff like that too. But the guys who are building condos, they're all still buzzing.
They're buzzing, but as the projects end, there's nowhere for them to go.
Sure. But
do you know where they go? This is what happened last time, and we talked about it. I think I wrote an article about it a couple of years ago when things first started falling apart.
They go to your street.
Well, no, they come to my house and they try and renovate my house, but they all become contractors, right? All these guys that are working in the high rise who, all of a sudden they have nothing to do. If there's framing that needs to be done, well, guess who is a good framer all of a sudden, right? These guys, all of a sudden they trickle over to where things are happening, right? So now all of a sudden you're going to have the worst labor ever. And this is what happens is they all used to be framers working in the low rise, and then low rise died and everybody all of a sudden was slinging concrete and doing rebar for the high rise, right? And they didn't know what they were doing because they were carpenters. Now you see the reverse is going to happen. You got all these guys who all they know is how to slug concrete and tie rebar, going to frame houses because housing will get busier again. If housing doesn't get busier again, imagine where are all these people going? Where are they? What are they all doing? Imagine what's going to happen.
It's never going to get to that point. It's never going to get to that
unemployment? No, you don't think so? We're going to see like 12% unemployment?
No, it's never going to get to that point. We have too much government assistance. There's too many projects that the government's going. They're throwing billions of dollars into all these different projects.
But no one's getting that money. Now, they're just talking about it. They're not giving it to anybody.
But they're going to start creating opportunities for people to make money. It's incredibly inflationary and it hurts our economy, and that it's going to just build up more debt. But that's what our government has proven over and over and over again that they're willing to do in order to be able to keep that guy, going to work every day and eating his lunch at home. They're talking about land leases. So they're talking about the government's looking at freeing up federal land. They've freed up a few properties. They're going to lease them to builders. They've created an opportunity to build 800 homes. This is the newest stat on it in Toronto.
What? Hold on, say that again. I think I couldn't have heard you properly. How many?
800 homes. These federally owned lands will now be leased. 40 in Edmonton.
40?
Yeah, 400 or 500 in Ottawa.
800?
No, in total. Ottawa's getting a lot.
Including the 800.
Ottawa's doing really well. Yeah. And
that's not just Toronto?
They got Ellis Dawn. They got Ellis Dawn, who's going to be working on all this. And Ellis Dawn is a great construction company, but as far as developer goes, they're new to the game.
They're very new to the game. They got a great project that they're doing.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I wonder how that's going to work on leased land. Because to me, some of these deals, even if the land is free, still aren't great deals.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.